Hi everyone, it's Nubian Sun Ra back with another video. And I said I wanted to do a video on mental health, and I'm here to deliver that. I just wanted to say, first of all, congratulations if you made it through your day or days whenever you come across this video. And you are still in a positive frame of mind and still hopeful for making change in your life, because that's one of the hardest journeys we go on, and a lot of times things will happen where we feel like giving up on living a certain lifestyle of peace, and we just go along with the matrix, basically. And it's a brave thing to do when we are breaking generational curses. And with mental illness, generational curses is a part of it. You know, sometimes we inherit by default our mother's mental health issues because of the hand-me-down of the train of thought, the insecurities. You know, a lot of times our parents are the root cause of our mental health and the way we are raised. And a lot of times we cannot talk to our parents or caregivers, you know, because not everybody had two parents, but parent. Sometimes we cannot talk to them about our mental health because they have not acknowledged theirs. And so a lot of times we find ourselves going on this journey alone, having to heal from things that we did not do to ourselves. I wouldn't say that you deserved anything you've been through. It's just whenever we accept the fact that we are our own individuals and the universe has its own plans for us, and everyone else is just pretty much playing out those plans that are for us, whether good or bad. And we acknowledge that, and we make that enough to and not, you know, wanting other people to validate our healing, because it's for us and for us only. So whenever we acknowledge these truths, these harsh truths, and is mature enough to actually have the wisdom and understanding to not place blame, but to understand that everyone has things that they're dealing with, it helps us to be able to heal. And believe it or not, when people around us see that we are healing, they want to know how we're doing it, because they'll be straight up and honest and say, well, I wish I could do that. You seem happier. What are you doing lately? You know, people get interested in learning how to change their circumstances mentally as well. So it's inspiring. And a lot of times it takes a lot of work in the inside, redirecting our thoughts. How I usually redirect my thoughts is not only through affirmations. Whenever negative thoughts come in, not to get off topic, but not all of our thoughts are ours all the time. Sometimes we have to monitor our thoughts and figure out which ones are ours and which ones are projections or something that's being taken into a darker side, a shadow side of ourselves. So yeah, affirmations, and I also like to listen to uplifting music. Like there are a whole lot of artists that are out that's hot, that are affirmation friendly and mental health friendly. Like it's like a whole lot of chanting that is positive and of high vibration. Words are high vibrations. Music are could be on a high vibration, like the frequency of the things that you listen to. And then I monitor the things that I watch as well. They're always high vibing things that I watch, like movies, things of that nature. I look for the signs of being able to see light. There's always a character that is wearing yellow or white. There's birds. There's a whole lot of basically angelic or just a lot of things that make the heart feel warm, like love, kindness. Like I like to watch movies that have a lot of empathy in it, and watching movies like that it'll like get you into the habit of seeing and hearing things that are beneficial to the mental health. See, you have to combine all the things that you want, which is high vibration. This is what the video is about. You combine it with your life on a daily basis, and you do less of the things that are turned up, violent, things of that nature. But not to get off topic, but when I do like listen to things that gets me turned up and stuff, it's usually not a 3D experience. So yeah, I look at it from a spiritual point of view. That's a different video. But yeah, and just being able to make healthy connections, like going to the library. A lot of times you can meet people that are into reading things that are high vibration, so you can get like poetry books or read autobiographies on people that do work or studies on love, or um, something that's more spiritual, just reading and going out in the sun, closing your eyes, just smelling the breath, the fresh air, admiring nature. I love to admire nature. I love like flowers, especially when there are visitors on them, like butterflies and bees and wasps. Earthing is important too, like just putting your feet inside the grass and then sand, like hands-on things, tactile things we can feel. It's very therapeutic. And I like to smell things that will make me have the sensories go off in my head, like of happiness, like lavender and frankincense and myrrh, orange, lemon, and we just have to work with our senses. You work with your mind, you work with your taste buds, eating healthy food, you work with your sense, your smell, everything that you could possibly use of your senses to be able to use it for a high vibration, and make sure that you're doing it every day, making it a routine, because routine will help you be able to change the bad habits into positive habits. And then before you know it, it's not a routine, it's a lifestyle. It's something that you are naturally doing. And that's the goal. Breaking bad habits, because the bad habits that we have lead to our mental health issues a lot of times, because whenever we are participating in low vibrational activities, we're getting the vibrations off from those activities, which is fear, anger, sadness, depression, because it's always either competitiveness, or it's always reminding you about what you do not have, what you do not look like, and it's not really contributing to who you are, you are a being, and it's very relaxing to live according to love and happiness. Is not always a fix. Sometimes we do get sad for real, and we have to talk ourselves out of it. Sometimes I like to draw, and I'll sing or dance or write to get myself out of it. And sometimes we just have to find a hobby, something that will keep us lifted up in spirit, like encourages us to not think of the negative things that we do not want. And while we are doing this with our mental health, we are also manifesting. Once you manifest good mental health, then you can manifest a different life. If you want a new life, you can have new everything, because eventually your mental health will align with what you are doing on the 3D. And not to be like a negative Nancy or anything, but when I was talking about our thoughts not being ours, it's not only like the media and the things that we consume that can bring about bad frequency thoughts because of the vibration being so low. But sometimes these influences are also done from the outside. Like, you'll be surprised how many people play all day, and they like to play with people's mental health and send them confusion and conflict within themselves, not only off of what they say to you, but what they say to others behind your back. You know, our words are very powerful, and when we speak on other people and their name and their life, you know, we're actually, if it's not positive, we're sending negative vibes to that person. And that's something that people do on a regular whenever they're gossiping. So if you're around people, like have friends and family, and you're a person that like to be social, and you're not really careful with who you're associating with, a lot of times our mental health can go bad just by being around the wrong people. And especially because whenever we are vibrating low, it's a lot of demons that will play also. And that's what these low vibrational words and the things we consume and the things we think, that's all it really is. It's a demon of some form that's feeding off of this vibration. And once we align ourselves with vibrating high with whatever we eat, what we see, what we hear, what we smell, and we're working on that, you are breaking contracts with demons. You are breaking generational curses. And a lot of times it's something that we think is hard, but it's a process. And it has to be worked on every day. And because it's a process, we have to be gentle with ourselves, but never give up. And we always have to be aware that it's a serious matter to the point where we can't really not take it seriously, basically. A lot of people, they say, oh, why am I even taking this so seriously? I'm going to die one day, or it's not a race and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, it's all about choices. And if you really are serious about clearing up your mental health, because if you go in like crazy in some way, or you mad, depressed, and upset, and having mental conflict, and you don't know what to do about it, if you don't know what to do about it, can't nobody else help you. Because a lot of times they don't even know what to do about theirs, you know. And everybody around the world these days are suffering from things like this. And you're never done healing, you know, like never done healing. It's just as you get better, you're able to actually do certain things effortlessly. It becomes natural. And the mental magic thing is real. And I'm gonna let y'all in on a secret. Like, whenever you are around people and you want to eat whatever they give you, drinking what they give you. Even when it comes down to like smoking and drinking, like when you have partying with people, it's just a lot of times we don't realize it just be a lot of magic being thrown around. People like to play with it like it's something like fun, and it's a very serious act, you know. And it can actually ruin your life and your mental health if somebody really have it in bad for you and they working on you. Anything could happen, you know. Your mental health is something to guard, because these days you have people that are like really jealous, and they'll just try to mess up your whole life by messing and dibbling into the magic, and you have more issues than you already have, because we already have our own demons and issues going on through trauma and childhood and adulthood, like paying bills and stuff like that. And then to make it worse, people want to play in magic and stuff like that. And so I that's why I keep my circle close, because my circle small, and it's very small, because I understand how important it is to have a good mental health and how not to take it for granted. Seriously. Like, the system does not leave any room for black magic, like people messing with you, and they don't take accountability for the stresses they cause us when it comes to economic matters either, you know, or you know, our childhood, because the government has a hand in that, you know. Like, not every kid can afford to go to a daycare, so who watches the kids, you know? And it's like nobody really cares about your mental health but you. You're the only one that really cares. So if you're going to do something about it, you have to take your time. It's a process. And you work on it. And you work on it. And you isolate. Because when you isolate, you are, first of all, being shown who's really there for you. Because once you start getting your mental health together, people will start to look at you differently. They will say that you changed, or they'll think that you're crazy or something. And in reality, you're working on your mental health, and you're actually seeing people with clear eyes for the first time, and you're realizing that these people are really unhealthy for you. So once you isolate, then you are able to find healthy connections, people that are working with their mental health as well. So it's all about law of attraction too, you know. And yeah, that's very important with mental health. I feel like people that have worked on their mental health are very brave, because these days people are, in my opinion, it's a lot of people out here that's operating like mental health patients, and the people that are usually put in the mental health institutions are usually not even sick. It's just society is deeming them as such, because they are tapped into higher forces, and they're not living by society standards. And I feel like society standards is one of the main causes for mental health issues, you know. And not to blame anybody, because it's not anybody else's fault, because we are responsible for our own mental health. But we do have to put awareness out there and tell the truth about the fact that it exists, because there are opposite forces around on 5D and 3D plane, you know. So yeah, I hope you all are earthing, drinking your water, loving yourself, meditating, doing your affirmations, because these things do help with mental health as well. And that's why I always say those things at the end of my video, because with also bringing awareness to situations, and also bringing forth my some of my ideas when it comes to our future. I also want to take a journey with mental health, and these vlogs are very liberating for me, because not only do I get to share information and bring awareness, but I also get to have an outlet as well. You know, being able to share this information is therapeutic for me as well. So, yeah, everyone have a great night, and peace and love.